It's Good Fusion here, back in the video. And today we're gonna go ahead and do another Why They Work. This time we're talking about the Phoenix Suns. Um, First of all, the Phoenix Suns are first in the West. They have been balling, balling, and balling. Last year they got to the finals and they lost to the Bucks, I believe, in 5 games. It may be 6. Someone can definitely fact check me on that. Um, but they're just overall a great team. I enjoy watching them. I enjoy um, watching the best leader in basketball, Chris Paul, handle a team and not even be the quote unquote star of the team, but he's definitely still the leader of the team. And I think this is definitely one of those teams that is perfect, and I will actually tell you why. So first off, I do want to start off with their the team leaders and points and score and rebounding, all that type of stuff. So Devin Booker, he's averaging 25.5 a game, about 26 a game. Last year he was averaging 26 as well, and he's just a threat. He has a fire where if he starts hitting, then he'll hit all game. He's a great shooter from three, great mid-range shooter, a great ball handler as well, a really good basketball IQ, and I do believe that a lot of people don't watch like the Suns, first of all, but seeing him play is just good to see. And his shooting, like mechanically, is also great. It's not on that Klay Thompson level, because in my opinion, I think that Klay Thompson, as a like mechanical shooting standpoint, he has the best looking jump shot that I have seen. As far as just a one motion shot, and I think his shot is towards that elk as well as it's very very consistent. Um, Next up, we got rebounding. Deandre Ayton, he's averaging 10.5 boards a game. He also did average that last year. He is a rebounding monster, a great big man. He does his job well, which is filling in that lane, being that defensive presence. He's great off of the pick and roll. And he does get a couple garbage buckets here and there. So he's just overall a good big man. Um, Field goal percentage, 66.3 with Javel Mcgee. If you know, you know. Yeah, not really much to say on like Javel Mcgee. His job is to catch lobs, and get rebounds and blocks. I was actually watching the game yesterday, uh, where he actually did have like a nice little sequence where he had a good lob catch and dunk, and then a um, great defensive play where he did draw a foul, and then he actually shot a all net 3-pointer, which I could tell that like the rest of his team were not wanting him to shoot that three, but he shot it and made it. So um, good to see like JaVale McGee actually being like successful. I do think he's a solid player at his like position. He is just along with Bismack like Biombo and Deandre Ayton, he's just great to come off the bench. Free throw shooting 100% from Justin Jackson. And I'm gonna just leave that there. Assists per game, and I'm gonna talk about like him later, or Chris Paul later. But 10.4 assists per game average. Again, greatest leader in basketball right now. He took this team from one of the worst teams in the West to arguably the best team in the West as far as a full roster up and down. Also towards here, you got their backup Cameron Payne, who is also a great point guard. So I actually do remember last year when Chris Paul was injured, he did definitely pick up that slack and was just a great player. Um, 3-point field percentage, 33.6. Last year was Cameron Payne actually shooting 44%. Cameron Johnson, just a good shooter, man. May not be one of those high volume shooters like D Book is, but still can hit the three. And as you can see, that boy and Javel Mcgee with 40% from the three. Steals and blocks, again, not really something that I really want to hone in on, except, well, for Chris Paul, who averaging 2 steals a game. And he's definitely an older player, as well as one of their defensive anchors, with Jay Crowder, who is also a great pickup. So yeah, that's pretty much everything with their stats. Now, I actually do want to get to the roster, because I do want to explain how their team works and why they work and why I want to say, damn near have the perfect basketball team. So they have at the one of the best point guards ever, Chris Paul. I was actually sad that he actually didn't get that ring last year, but they were playing against a great team, so it is what it is. But Chris Paul, he knows how to put his team in the right position and not having to have a Devin Booker be the main ball handler all the time. That is one reason that Trailblazers team, which I will actually get to later on like today, was not that successful because, well, they have two guards that are very ball dominant guards, and Chris Paul as well as Cameron Payne, off the bench, are two unselfish point guard style players, as well as Alfred Payton. He's not like a big name, but he is a very unselfish point guard, and I think that is the main reason why they work, is because of the leadership from those two and a half counting. Alfred Payton, he just really doesn't get a lot of minutes per se. So it is always great to watch Chris Paul play and how he can just like command an offense. Devin Booker, again, he is just a shooter. He can shoot, he can score. He is just one of those one in a lifetime players that I feel like as he gets older and better, he'll just be dangerous. And I feel like he's approaching his ceiling offensively. Obviously, I believe that he could use some work like defensively, but he does have teammates around him that can definitely like pick up that slack, such as Markel Bridges and Mr. Lockdown himself, Jay Crowder, which is one of those slept on like defenders who is a bigger body, known to have to guard those bigger small forwards like LeBron, like KD, even Giannis. He is big enough and athletic enough to not be too big, but can also guard those players that may be much stronger than a lot of other small forwards. Deandre Ayton, Bismack Biyombo, Javel Mcgee, three good rim protectors. Deandre Ayton can actually score off the post. That is one thing that I do enjoy about him, as well as his like mid-range game isn't that bad. I could see him improving on that slightly more. Maybe even make a little bit more 3-pointers here and there. But he's just a great center to have there because he is athletic. He can defend the rim, as well as Bismack Biyombo, which is what he is there for. He is a rim protector, and he does that quite well. Same thing with like JaVale McGee. More so, he has improved with his basketball IQ. Now there are some times where I'm just like, bro, like, why would you do that? But I notice he has been improving on that, as well as catching those lobs and everything. And then as well as Devin Booker being a great shooter, they have some other great shooters as well as Justin Jackson, Cameron Johnson, Shamit. I'm not really sure on Dario Sarkic. I have heard some good things about him. Frank Kaminsky, he is somewhat mid, so. But yeah, that's pretty much everything, and why I believe that this team is built almost perfectly. Because they do have two great point guard leaders who can put people in the right positions, as well as a great scorer in Devin Booker and like Deandre Ayton. That's pretty much everything, man. Tell me what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. We just hit the 70 sub mark, and I can't wait to keep on moving forward. And as well, at the end of the video, I do have the rest of my sports playlist there for you guys. So I'll see you guys the next time. Peace.